Welcome back, guys. Today we were talking about the two tails of 1 for 4. So player A starts off the game, first at bat, he hits a pull side home run to give his team the lead. Second at bat, he rolls over to the pull side, 1 for 2. Third at bat, he gets rung up on a borderline pitch because the umpire expanded the zone with 2 strikes. Then his fourth at bat, he is so overly aggressive because he thinks the umpire's zone is large, so he's chasing the pitcher all around the zone. 1 for 4 with the homer, 2 strikeouts. Now, player B starts off the game, umpire rings him up, strike 3, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Second at bat, he's expanding now because he thinks the umpire's zone's a little bit big. Now he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Third at bat, he is jumping over on anything that is in the strike zone early in the count. Ends up rolling over to the pull side, 0 for 3. Now, player B comes back his fourth at bat to help his team hit a go-ahead home run to win the game. Player A and player B are both 1 for 4. But if you play baseball, you know how different these two 1 for 4s feel when you are walking back to your car after the game. And my question to you is, what ultimately leads to us feeling that way? Yes, the results can dictate our feelings. Is that what we want? No. But the momentum that we generate as hitters from game to game, at bat to at bat, can snowball either which direction, either positively or negatively for us. So the player A that started off the game with a homer was feeling like $1,000,000. Umpire ended up getting in the player's head because he called a borderline pitch a strike, taking him off of his game plan. So the thing that he executed so great in his first at bat was now wiped away because something out of his control took his focus away. Player B showed resiliency by not letting the first 3 at-bats failure define his day and found a way to bounce back to still help his team win. We've all been this player. We've all been player A and we've all been player B. How do we find similarities of these two stories for our cage time? And this came up today with a group of my hitters that I was working with. Had a young 12-year-old hitter who struggled last week off of the fastball machine, and his intentions for today were, I want to dominate the machine. First 2 rounds off the machine, he got his absolute lunch eaten. Could not get a barrel to the baseball, was swinging and missing and fouling it back. So I pulled him outside of the cage, and we had this conversation of, we still have 20 minutes left in this session. You have at least 2 rounds left. How do you want to walk out of this facility today? Do you want to find one thing that we can get better at and leave here with a little bit of confidence? Or do we want to let those first 2 at-bats or those first 2 rounds determine the way that this entire hour session went? Luckily for me and luckily for him, he decided to lock in, control what he can control, and get his body on time and just find 1 barrel. When you are hitting off the machine and we are simply focusing on mechanics, you're lost. That's not game-like. We have to be competing for our pitch, hunting our spot, and getting ourselves on time the best that we can. If you don't know this by now, the machine is one of the hardest things to hit in baseball because there is nothing to get timing off of. So give yourself some grace, but also accept the challenge to say, I am here to get better, and if I don't challenge myself in the cage, then how is the game going to feel when I get out there? And I don't know what pitch is coming. My challenge to you guys is when you are in the cage and it might not be going your way, find the opportunity to challenge yourself, show some resiliency, and say, I'm not letting that first or second round define my entire day. I'm going to find a way to bounce back and still get better today because there will be an opportunity when I'm 0 for 3 and that fourth at bat is going to be the most meaningful one of the day. We don't have the luxury in baseball to give away an at bat, give away a rep in the cage, or give away an opportunity to showcase who we are as baseball players because we never know who's watching. And one day, one game, one swing can change your entire career. I promise you that. I want to hear your stories below. If you guys have a situation where you've been this player A or player B, comment your story below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.